In 6 countries right now, buying a property doesn't just give you a home. It gives you a government-issued pathway to residency, and in some cases, a second passport. These are not loopholes. These are formal national programs that have attracted over 30 billion euros in foreign investment over the past decade. Portugal, Greece, Malta, the UAE, Spain, Turkey. All 6 programs, every number, every timeline, every trade-off. Sourcins in the next 9 minutes. Full comparison guide for all 6 programs. Every number side by side is in the description. Portugal Golden Visa, ARI, Portugal's Golden Visa, officially the ARI, launched in 2012 and remains the benchmark EU Residency by Investment program. The reason is simple. It offers a path to an EU passport in 5 years with only 7 days per year of physical presence required. No other program in Europe matches that combination. The investment minimum is 500,000 euros, but what qualifies changed significantly in 2023. Residential property in Lisbon, Porto, or the Algarve no longer qualifies. The investment now goes into qualifying funds, commercial real estate, rehabilitation projects in designated zones, or cultural contributions. Some of these routes start from 250,000 euros. After 5 years of maintaining the residency, you can apply for a Portuguese passport. Top 4 globally, 189 countries visa-free, including the United States. The main friction in 2026 is processing time. AIMA, the new immigration authority that replaced SEF, is working through a significant backlog. Expect 12 to 18 months from application to card. Plan accordingly and engage a specialist lawyer from the start. Greece, Golden Visa. Greece's Golden Visa is the most underrated EU program on this list. The standout feature is unique in the EU, 0 physical presence required. Not 7 days, not 1 day, 0. You buy the qualifying property, receive your 5-year renewable residency card, and can live anywhere in the world. The program was restructured in 2024 with tiered investment thresholds based on location. In high-demand zones, Athens, Thessaloniki, Mykonos, Santorini, and islands with populations over 3,100, the minimum rose to 800,000 euros. Everywhere else in Greece, mainland, smaller islands, rural areas, the minimum remains 400,000 euros. Processing typically runs 3 to 6 months, the fastest of any EU program. For most investors, the Greek Golden Visa is a pure residency play. Citizenship requires 7 years, and crucially, those years must be spent as an actual tax resident in Greece. The residency card alone doesn't count. But as a Schengen access guarantee combined with the Mediterranean property investment yielding 5 to 7% annually in Athens, the case is compelling. Malta, Citizenship by Naturalization, CES. Malta is in a different tier from everything else on this list. This isn't a residency program, it's citizenship. The Malta CES program is the only fully EU-approved citizenship by investment scheme in the world, and what it delivers is a Maltese passport. 190 countries visa-free, including the US and UK, with English as Malta's official language. The cost is significant. The standard route requires 600,000 euros to the National Development Fund, a property purchase or rental. Purchase at 700,000 euros held for 5 years, or rental at 16,000 euros per year for 5 years, and a 10,000 euro donation to a registered NGO. Total spend including fees typically lands between 1.3 and 1.5 million euros. The fast-track 1-year route raises the fund contribution to 750,000 euros. The due diligence is the strictest of any citizenship by investment program globally. 4 levels of background checks, no criminal record of any kind tolerated. Malta rejects approximately 20% of applicants. Malta also operates a territorial tax system for non-domiciled residents, meaning foreign source income kept outside Malta is not taxed. For those who qualify and can afford it, there is no more powerful EU outcome available. UAE Golden Visa. The UAE is different from everything else on this list because the UAE isn't offering a passport. It's offering something many investors find equally valuable: a 10-year renewable residency with zero income tax, zero capital gains tax, and zero inheritance tax. The minimum investment is 2 million dirhams, approximately 500,000 euros, in completed property, fully paid. No mortgage counts toward the threshold. Processing runs 2 to 4 months. Your spouse, children, and domestic staff are all included on the same application. Dubai's property market has delivered consistent rental yields of 5 to 8%, among the highest of any Tier 1 global city, so the investment has a strong commercial case independent of the visa. To use UAE residency as a formal tax base, you need genuine physical presence. Typically 183 or more days per year in the UAE, or evidence it's your primary business base. The UAE Tax Residency Certificate is the document that makes this formal. If a passport is also on your list, combine UAE residency with a parallel EU program. Turkey. Citizenship by investment. Turkey's Citizenship by investment program has one headline stat that beats everything else on this list: full citizenship in approximately 90 days. Not residency, citizenship. And no physical presence is required at any point during or after the process. The entire application can be managed remotely by power of attorney. The investment is $400,000 in Turkish real estate, which must be held for a minimum of 3 years. Your spouse and children under 18 are included on the same application at no additional cost. Dual citizenship is explicitly permitted. The Turkish passport ranks around 53rd globally, with visa-free access to 111 countries. Not EU level, but a significant upgrade for nationals of weaker passport countries. The underrated benefit that most people miss: Turkey is an E2 treaty country with the United States. Turkish passport holders can apply for the USE2 Treaty Investor Visa, which offers long-term U.S. residency for investors. For nationals of countries without their own E2 treaties, India, Pakistan, China, and many others, obtaining Turkish citizenship first is one of the only viable long-term U.S. pathways available. Spain, suspended April 2024. Spain's Golden Visa property route was suspended by the Spanish government in April 2024, citing housing affordability concerns. You cannot apply right now. A redesigned program focused on productive investment rather than real estate may emerge. If it does, especially the 2-year citizenship route for Latin American nationals, which would be one of the most valuable CBI outcomes in Europe, it will be significant. I will cover any reinstatement in a dedicated video and keep the description below updated. For now, the 5 programs above are where your options lie. Moving this kind of money internationally? Use Revolut. You'll save thousands on the exchange rate alone versus a standard bank transfer. Real rates, instant. My referral link is in the description. Which program is right for you? EU Passport Fastest. Portugal, 5 years, 7 days a year. Nothing in the EU matches that combination. EU residency with zero physical presence. Greece, 0 days required. Buy it, hold the card, live anywhere in the world. Most powerful EU passport, Malta, 1.3 million euros plus, but 190 countries and citizenship in 1 to 3 years. Zero tax, world-class infrastructure, UAE. No passport route, but zero income tax on a 10-year renewable visa. Passport in 90 days, Turkey. Nothing else competes on speed, and the E2 U.S. pathway is uniquely valuable. These decisions depend entirely on your existing passport, your income structure, your family situation, and your timeline. There is no universal right answer. which is why a proper consultation with a specialist is essential before you commit any capital. While your application is processing, you'll be making multiple international trips. Property visits, biometric appointments, bank visits. SafetyWing covers you globally between countries month to month. Link below. The full comparison guide is in the description. Every program, every number, side by side. And if you have specific questions about your situation, email travelwise@gmail.com. I respond personally. Subscribe for weekly updates. These programs change regularly, and I cover every update as it happens. See you next week. When you relocate, your home bank will often block transactions from a foreign IP node. VPN fixes it instantly. One click and you're accessing everything normally. Link in the description. When you relocate, your home bank will often block transactions from a foreign IP. Nord VPN fixes it instantly. One click and you're accessing everything normally. Link in the description.